subdivision. Or it could also be called partial product.
You take so many notes.
Partial quotient. Partial quotient. Quotient, E, and I ran out of room. Quotient. Yes, we're in 4th grade. We take lots of notes. It's only going to get worse as you get older. Yes, sir. What, buddy? You don't have your what anymore? Freezer?
Braces.
No way.
I took them off. But what I had to take them off. Like, I had to get a routine instead.
So, cool. Well, whenever you have a math break or if you go outside, if you don't mind, I mean, I'd like to see your new smile. You know?
I don't even have, one of my, they fell out while I was over my sister.
Oh, jeez. All right, so we're gonna do a 2x1 first. Alex, please stop talking or blurting out. Thank you. So let's say 76 divided by 5. Now you're just going to copy down as I go. You're going to make you a box. Remember, area model always means the box. Okay, but because we have 2 digits right here, we're going to have 2 boxes. So this is how you're going to set this up. How about everybody just watch what I do first and then I'll let you copy it down after I'm done. Okay? So I'm going to put I'm trying to think. I'm going to put 76 in my first box in the corner. I'm going to put 5 on the outside because I know that's what I'm dividing into both of them. You're just watching. Nobody should be writing. You should be watching. I'm going to underline my first digit and I'm going to say 7 divided by 5 is blank. So the first thing I need to do is write down all my 5's facts up to 10. We're up to 9. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. That just helps me to kind of see all my facts. You're going to have to be moved from there, apparently. You're working on it, pushing. So I say, how many groups of 5 can I make out of 7? Well, 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Is 10 too much?
Yes.
Yes, because I don't have 10. I only have 7. So it can only go into it 1 time. So I'm going to put my 1 up top. I'm going to say 5 times 1 is 5. Then I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. I'm going to bring down my 6, and then I'm going to scoot it over. Right there. I'm going to move it to the second box.
Why is there a 2 there? Oh.
Because because that's what was left over.
Yeah, the remainder.
That's what you had to move over to the 1's place. the remainder. So now I say 5 into 26. So I can count. I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can it go into it 6 times? Can it go into it? Let me say this another way. How many times can it go into it without going over? Well, we got to 25. My number's 26. Can I go 30 times? No, I can only go 25 because it's less than this number. So we have to figure out that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times. 5 times 5 is, we got it right here, 25. Subtract gives me 1. So this is my what? Remainder of 1. Now, when I'm really looking at this, I'm really saying that's 10. So it'd be 10 plus 5 with the remainder of 1. So it's 15 with the remainder of 1.
There's a lot of steps to that.
There is a lot of steps to it.
A lot of steps.
Yes, you may copy it down now. Well, you weren't supposed to be copying it while I was talking. That's all right. Maybe you'll listen next time. Jody, turn around. Put your feet under your desk. You know what? I got you wrong.
You good, Miss Tracy?
Yeah, I'm great. Because I just figured out that I taught you guys wrong on that problem.
Is this wrong?
Well, there's 2 different ways to do area model. Because if we think about area model of multiplication, we broke it apart into it as a expanded form. So if it was like 25 times 26, we would say 20 plus 5 times 20 plus 6. So if we're doing area model of division, we need to do the expanded form. And it gives you the same answer.
But it's just a little easier.
It's a whole lot easier, actually. I just did it and I was like, oh, okay, well that just makes a whole lot more sense. So I'm gonna teach you another way. It's really the same. It's really the right way to do this.
Okay.
Same way, right way. You get the same answer either way. Because this is very similar to standard form. So, all right, let's do another one. All right, so watch me again. Let's say, then I think you're writing a little too big. That's why pages have lines. All right, let's say 56 divided by 4. Now, just stop what we're doing right here, and I'm going to explain to you why I thought I did it wrong the first time. Okay? So when we were doing partial product for multiplication, like I said, we broke the number apart. So we're going to break 56 apart into what? 50 plus 6. Okay? So now we're going to say 4 into 50 and 4 into 6. Only because, and then just watch. So 4 can go into 5 how many times? One time. So I'm going to put my 1 up here. 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract gives me 1. Then I bring down my 0. Now, when I get to this point right here, this 10 has to be moved over. Just like when we did with place value, this 10 would be moved over and added to the 6. So that would mean 4 into 16. Because remember when we did the place value, when we moved the 10 over, we would have, now we can do groups of 4. Length times width times height. Yep, didn't think I'd have an answer for that. So this is actually 10 because when this 0 just kind of gets moved up, and then we say 4 into 16. 4 times what is 16? 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract gives me a remainder of 0. So now I do 10 plus 4, which would give me 14 as my answer. Now we can check that by saying 14 times 4 should give me 56. So 4 times 4 is 16. Regroup my 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So our answer is correct. See how that's a little easier?
Yeah.
Yes, because if you break it apart, you're really just going into that first digit. Now, what happens if I break it apart and it can't go into that first digit? What do I have to do? Move it over. Move it over. We'll do an example like that in just a moment.
So the answer is 14 with no remainder.
14, remainder 0, which you don't have to put R0, but you only put remainder if there is something left over. If there's not anything left over, you don't put remainder. All right, so let's do one where it doesn't work out the first way. So let's do 42 divided by 5. Okay? Now we could obviously count up by 5s and get that answer, but just for the time being, the way we are showing it is we're going to do it this way. So we're going to put 5 on the outside because that's what's going into each thing, and then I break up 42 into being what? Jody, you paying attention to anything I'm doing today? Not very much.
4 plus 2.
40 plus 2. Now, it'll be easier once we have more than 2 digits to recognize that you have to keep moving it over. This being only 2 digits, we could obviously say 4 times 8 is 40, plus 2 more would be 42. So it's 8 with the remainder of 2. But just for this purpose, I'm gonna show it this way. All right, so can I make a group of 5 out of my 4?
Yes.
I can make a group of 5. If I have 4 pieces of candy, can I give Jody 5? No, because I only have 4 pieces of candy, and he wants 5 of them. And I don't have it.
I thought you meant out of 40.
No. So that is a 0. If I can't go into it, so what do I need to do to this 40? Need to move it over and add it to my 2. So that would be 42. So 5 into 42. So how many times does 5 go into 42 without going over? So if I had 42 dots, I'm making groups of 5. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract gives me 2. So it's 8 with the remainder of 2. That's my answer. I mean,
Miss Piper, where do I put this?
I'll take it. I'll take it. You bring it to me. All right, let's try one with 3 digits because then it'll kind of be easier for y'all to see the movage over. 3 digit by 1 digit, yes. Let's do 173 divided by 2. So this time, since I have 3 digits underneath the house, 3 digits in the dividend, I'm going to have 3 boxes. 3 digits equals 3 boxes. 2 digits equals 2 boxes. 4 digits equals 4 boxes. Then 20 boxes. Yep.
Think about what you just asked.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to put my 2 on the outside because that's what I'm dividing into everything. How do I break up 173? 100 plus 70 plus 3. Now, if I have 1 piece of candy, can I give Amari 2? No. So, what do I need to do to this 100? Move it over. So that would be 70 plus 100 would leave me with 170. So now I can say 2 into 17. So if I have 17 pieces of candy, can I give Jody 2 of them?
Yes.
Can I give Amari 2 of them?
Yes.
Can I give Benjamin 2 of them?
Yes.
Yes, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Do I have enough to give Christopher? No, because I don't have 18. So I only have enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 was the remainder.
8. So I'm going to put my 8 up here. And I'm going to say 2 times 8 is what? 16. Subtract gives me 1. Bring down my 0. What do I do with that 10? I move it over. My 10 makes my 3 into 13 because 10 plus 3 is 13. And I'm going to say 2 into 13. Well, how many groups of 2 can I make out of 13?
2, 4, 6, 8.
Keep going.
10, 12, 6.
6. Good job. Well, you weren't so worried about how many boxes we need. So, 2 times 6 is 12. Gives me a remainder of 1. Now I take my 80, because that when I bring that 0 down and I move it over, and it's in my tens place, so it's 80 plus 6 would be 86 with the remainder of 1. Now, how do you check that? You say 86 times 2, and then once you do that, you have to add that 1 back. So 6 times 2 is 12. Regroup my 1. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17, and then I have to add my 1 back, and it should give me 173. And does it? Yes. So 86 with the remainder of 1 is my answer. Huh? I mean, truthfully, I already know how to do division. So you're the one learning it, so I would probably have written it down. But I did tell you not to write and watch what I was doing, but I think at this point now maybe we should write the next one. Okay? Well, you're not going to know because I don't feel like we're paying attention. Put your mask on, please. Oh, well, wonderful. You're doing better than I thought. I'm proud of you. Now that's like me. Go to Miss Tart's room. I think this is the last one. I think. Lou, you're trying to take my leg out.
Oh, yes. Trying to take your leg out again.
It is a law.
Miss Hart.
The speech lady, you know, in the library, first door on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Jody, if you don't turn around, so help me God, I will put you in the back. So you don't have anybody to turn around to. All right, let's do another example. This one I would write down so I would have it as an example in my book, just in case Miss Piper said, hey, let's do one by ourselves. You know? Totes my goats. So if I go jump off a bridge, are you going to follow me? You are? Wow. What if I decided to go start running in the wall? You going to follow me? Okay. If I went into the girls' bathroom, are you going to follow me? I didn't think so.
What about a volcano?
He would probably follow me there too. Knowing him, he'd say probably. Let's say...
178. Oh no, 168.
No, not there yet.
89.
342 divided by 3.
Wait, so you're saying we're doing this on our own?
No, not yet. 342 divided by 3. How many boxes do I need, Alex? 3. If you didn't get anything out of my day, I hope you at least remember that. I know you don't, but you at least know how many boxes you need, so I guess that's a good start. I guess we're off to great places. We're off and away.
And Alex knows where to put the 3.
Why you're like staring at me. Oh man. Hey, you need to be careful like at recess or when you're doing like sports for about a week, just because you're still kind of recovering. Because you'll probably lose your breath really quickly, because that's what I did. He's not back yet. Alright, so 342 broken up is, or decomposed is what? 340 plus 2. He's back!
Yay, Jaden's back.
Are you actually gonna do it for homework? Okay. Bring it back tomorrow and I'll check it. If you don't, we're gonna call mom. If you don't, we're gonna call mom and tell her to bring it to you. She'll have to come sit with you.
He said,
Alright.
okay, no problem.
Okay.
He said, don't do that.
I will if I have to.
No, don't do that.
Okay. Well, then bring it back. I can't read it. Are you done? All right. 3 into 3 can go. If I have 3 pieces of candy, can I give Amari 3 pieces of candy?
Yes.
Yes. So,
No, he doesn't deserve it. You're a king.
no. Well,
He eat our food.
I know, but this is hypothetical.
Well, it's not shit. This is 56.
Happy? I think he said happy. I think he said happy.
Who?
He was signing to Gabby. I just couldn't see all of it.
What were you signing?
I saw PPY, so
I saw H.
He said, what's happening?
And this,
Oh, no, he said, what happened? What happened? Yes.
Oh, I got an ant bite a while ago and it just started like sucking out fluid.
What'd you say you got what?
An ant bite and it had like fluid in it.
all right. Let's go back to this math problem. All right, so 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Now, if I bring down 2 zeros, I need to bring up 2 zeros. Is there anything I need to bring over? No. Because I don't need to bring over 0 if there's nothing there.
Baby, where's your mom?
At home. She's at home.
Where's
Alright.
your dad?
All right, Jaden, you can ask her during recess time. We are doing math right now. Phone's ringing. You should be silent. Hello. All right. Hey, guys.
You didn't get in trouble yet.
Hey, Benjamin, go to the nurse. You don't need your water bottle. She said it's only going to take like a second. You got to do it a video screen. No, not right now, Jaden. We're almost done, I promise. No, not yet. We're doing math right now. Well, if you're not doing it, tell everybody you can do it.
Not what you wanna do, it's what Miss Piper needs you to do. The math.
All right. So now I say 3 into 4, or 40. 3 goes into 4 how many times? One time. 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract gives me 1. Bring down my 0. 0. Now, I still got to bring 1 0 up, but what do I do with this 10? Move it over to my 2. So 2 plus 10 equals 12. So 3 goes into 12. 3 goes into 12 how many times? 3, 6, 9, 12. 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract gives me 0. So it's 100 plus 10 plus 4 equals 114.
Can I go to the bathroom, Miss Betty?
No, you just went right before you went to Miss Coltritt's, and no.
No.
You've gone to the bathroom more today than I've gone in a year.
Yeah.
Charles?
I'm sorry.
I feel bad.
Well, you're going to have to wait. You've gone 6 times this morning already.
I had to be in all morning.
All right, so we can check it.
Washing my hands.
Well, then you weren't there doing what you asked to do. You asked to go to the bathroom, not to wash your hands. All right, so to check that, we say 114 times 3 should give me 342. So let's check. 4 times 3 is 12. Regroup my 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. So is 114 correct? Yes.
No remainders.
With no remainders. 0 remainders. What? What? Aye.
I asked Miss Coates, can I go to the bathroom, and she said I needed to wait, so I waited patiently. And
Well,
now
we
I'm
went
back.
right before you went to Miss Colt's. But you went right in the bathroom and came right back out. You didn't actually use it. So no, you're not going right now.
It'd be active that way. Now go sit down.
You'll have to wait till lunchtime.
Yeah, but I need to do number 2 real bad.
Sorry. Better hold it in.
This morning when Dad got a chance.
You should have went this morning when you asked. All right, let's do another one. 567 divided by 2. 567 divided by 2. Okay, well, I'll slow down. All you gotta do is ask me to slow down, please. No, you don't need to get up right now. You need to just sit down and watch. Don't need to be up at all times.
Do I need to sit beside you?
No, I think Mom needs to come sit beside him.
I think so too.
I'm looking at this book.
We're doing math right now. It's math time. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I asked you to do. So, if there's 3 digits in my dividend, there are 3 boxes. 500 plus 500 plus 60 plus 7. Thank you, Jody. So we didn't get anything today. I forgot to put the plus sign, yes. Well, those kind of lines are kind of like the pluses. I forgot to put the 2 on the outside as my divisor, because that's what I'm dividing how my groups are.
outside today?
No. No.
Too wet. I told you this morning. I don't know what we're gonna do during recess time yet. I will take that into account. Consider it,
Consider it.
yeah,
Or think about it.
yeah,
Ms. Pfeiffer,
what?
Ms. Pfeiffer, do you like the way your hair curly hanging down?
At this point, I don't care.
Do you like
Yes.
to wear it really, really, really long? Curly?
Yes. Yes, Mark.
Last year we voted for like one week for recess because we used to like watch videos or like dance or something.
Mhm.
But then it started for us to like just vote for what we like. One was like something that was developing like a farm like a
Can you
Uh-huh.
see that?
You was talking about last year how they would vote for what they wanted to do for recess time. Sometimes they would watch movies, sometimes they would do Just Dance, or other activities. Right? Is that what you said? Make sure you speak up a little louder so she can sign it so Jaden can hear what we're saying. All right, Gabriella, bring that to me. It should be the same as the one from,
I was teaching him sign that me and Jaden made up.
all right, go sit. All right, let's go into this problem. All right, 5 divided by 2 is what? How many groups of 2 can I make with 5? I have 1, 2. 2 groups. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract gives me 1. I need to bring up my 2 zeros. Now, what do I do with this 100 that I have left over? I move it over to the 60 plus 100 would give me 160. Well, this is the first day we're doing area model or partial quotient, so can be confusing the first time you see it. I would understand if you were confused a little bit. Okay, well, I hope I can clarify it for you a little bit more. How do I get the 100? Because 5 minus 4, that's what was left over. So then, because from 500, I said 5. If I have 5 dots, I can make 2 groups of 2 with 1 left over. What? It's not really 400, it's just 4. I mean, I guess it could be 400 because 2 goes into 500, but we just want to really worry about 1 digit at a time and not get too confused. Okay, well, I'm sorry. We'll work on trying to understand it a little bit better. All right, 2 into 16, 8 times. Okay, 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract gives me 0. I need to bring up 1 0. Is there anything I need to move over to my 7? No, because I zeroed it out right here. And then I say 2 into 7. How many times can 7 be divided by 2? Go put it in your book bag.
3.
Yes, 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. It's with a remainder of 1. So it's 200 plus 80 plus 3. 283 with the remainder of 1. It fell off my page. 283 with the remainder of 1. Jaden. Sit down, please, so people behind you can see.
Hungry.
I'm sorry.
Won't be that much longer.
I don't know if we're gonna play Heads Up 7 Up. We will vote this afternoon. When it's time, we'll vote. But the only thing with Heads Up 7 Up is that you have to touch each other, and we're really not supposed to be touching each other right now.
I mean, maybe we can wash our hands afterwards.
Mm. Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
we can
Mark.
wash our hands.
I like the color red, but I have phobias, so when I like look at red, I sometimes think of blue.
Yeah.
You said what? You sometimes think what? What'd you say?
I said sometimes when I look at the color red, I like the color red, but when I look at it, I like shiver sometimes because I have hemophobia and I have a fear of blood, so when I look at red, I sometimes think of blood.
Hmm. Interesting.
So you're not gonna be a doctor? No. But technically what I'm saying, I got like 8 shots already.
All right, let's try.
We have like 10 more minutes to lunch, right?
No. We have longer than that now that you guys
Jamie
go and
said,
pick it
"Oh,
up.
no."
All right. I didn't know red was such a trigger. It's
He
interesting.
said,
I'm
I'm
never,
scared of it too.
but you're wearing it.
You're talking about blood.
Oh.
Are you
Oh,
scared?
okay, yeah. I mean, I don't like it either, but I don't have a complete fear
He
of
said he
it.
was talking about blood.
Okay. All right, let's do another one. I need numbers in my brain. 729 divided by
Miss Betty, does blood of the color red bother you?
No.
divided by 5.
What about you, Julia?
Jaden, you need to listen to Miss Piper. It's nice to know that you're inquisitive, but you need to listen, please.
All right, 3 digits to 3 boxes. So, how do I break down 729?
720 and
729. Oh, and my 5 on the outside.
Yep.
Thought y'all were going ahead and trying to answer it for me. So, 7, which is really 700, but we're just gonna let the zeros stay there. We're gonna say 7 divided by 5 gives me how many groups of 5? 1 group of 5. So 5 times 1 is 5, it leaves me with a remainder of how many, Alex? Because I have my 7. If I make one group of 5, it leaves me with how many? 2. So, but it's really saying to what? 200. But because we're just going to bring the zeros up, and we're going to bring this 200 because we have to. We're going to bring it over here. We're going to bring it to the next box. So because 5 can't go into 2. Alex, I'm trying to explain a little bit. So I can't make a group of 5 out of 2. So I move it over here. So I say 200 plus 20 would give me 220. So now 5 can go into 22 because I moved this 200 over. So now 5 can go into 22 how many times? How many groups of 5 can I make with 22?
10?
No, that would be 50.
No, 20.
4 groups. 4 groups. 5 times 4 is 20, which leaves me with how many? 22 minus 20. 2. Remember, if I bring down a 0, I'm going to bring up a 0. Hey, I have a new student I don't have any books for. I've already emailed Miss Swinson, and she said she'd bring me some if she found some. And
I know, but I thought the whole county said that there aren't any.
well, then
I'm gonna find out. I'm researching right now.
I appreciate that. I'm teaching right now.
If you need to sit down and be quiet.
All right, so now, Alex, what do I do with this 20? Because I can't, 5 can't be broken, 2 can't be broken up into groups of 5. What do I do with that 20? Move it over. So now I'm adding 20 to my 9. That leaves me with 29. So now, can 5 go into 29? Yes, how many times? 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract gives me a remainder of 4. Now, to figure out what my answer is, I say 100 plus 40 plus 5, which would give me what? 145 with the remainder of 4. 145 with the remainder of 4. Yes, Mason. Yes, sir. Right here, this R, that means remainder. That means what's left over when I divide it into 729, it can't be divided evenly. So that means I would have 145 groups of 5, and then I would have one more, wouldn't be a whole group, it would just be 4 that's left over. Okay? Yeah, it's just the remainder. That's what's left over. Yes, Jody? Not until lunchtime, because I'm not letting Jaden go, so you're going to have to wait till lunchtime, okay? All right. Thank you for waiting. Okay, are we kind of understanding this? This is only the first day we're doing area models, so kind of, you can understand at least the first part of how you break it down and why you bring up the zeros, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. It's the division part that's maybe what's throwing us off, correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I keep doing multiplication when I'm supposed to be doing division.
Well, when you're dividing, you actually do multiplication, but it's a part of it. You divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Repeat. Daddy, mama, sister, brother, Rover. Daddy means divide, mama means multiply, sister means subtract, bring down means bring down, and R, Rover, means to repeat or your remainder. How do you know if a remainder is it? It's a number that's smaller than this, your divisor. If your remainder is smaller than your divisor, then you know you cannot go any further. But if your remainder is bigger than your divisor, then you have messed up somewhere. Or you need to divide again. Just little bits of knowledge there. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Daddy, mama, sister, brother. Rover. Alright. We got time for one more. Let me think of a number. No, it's got to be a big number. 211 divided by... No, because we only do one number. Divided in by one number. No, we ain't doing 2. That'd be too easy.
9. 8. 9. 48.
4. 211 divided by 4. Draw my box, put my lines in my box.
I have got you a reading book, but I do not have a math book. Do you have a math one by chance?
I have no math. She's not here yet. No, she's got one. She's Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so that's all I could do. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll let Miss Winston know we have a reading, but not a math. It was that person, so it is written in a little
That's
bit,
fine.
but
That's fine. I'm not worried about it. At least they have something to look at. Yep, she's a virtual 4th grade teacher. All right, 211 breaks up into being what? 200 plus what? 10 plus 1. And I gotta, Jody's keeping me on my toes about this. Make sure I put my number on the outside, because if not, we don't know what we're dividing into it. You're right, Jody. Way to be on the ball.
200 plus 4.
Hold on. All right. If I have 2, can I divide it into 4? No. So what do I do with this 200? Bring it over. So plus 200. So 200 plus 10 gets me what? 210. Now, can I divide 21 divided by 4? Yes. How many? I was waiting for it. So 21 divided by 4 is what?
46.
Nope. 4, 8, 12, 16. 21 divided by 4. 21 divided by 4. Yes, you can. Everybody do your facts of 4. Ready, go.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32.
All right, so how many times can 4 go into 21? Who said one time? No, not one time. If it only goes into it one time, we're going to have plenty left over.
24.
12 times 4 is 48. 5 times. Wow. 4 times 5 is. What's 4 times 5? Hey, wake up. 20. Subtract gives me 1. Bring down my 0. Bring up my 0. Bring over my 10. Yes, Mason. Huh? Okay. So 1 plus 10 equals 11. 4 into 11. Alex, can you please stop doing that, buddy? 4, 8. 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 11 minus 8 is 11, 10, 9, 8. 3. Whew, is this number smaller than this number? It's 3 smaller than 4. I'm going to go berserk over here. So this is my what? Thank you. So 50 plus 2 equals 52 with the remainder of 3. So 211 divided by 4 equals 52 with a remainder of 3. Woo, buddy, you're right. Barely we got through it, but we got through it.